Hi everyone, welcome to Brooke's 1 year update. My little one turned 1. I'm like, oh, I keep saying that in every single update video, but they really do grow up so fast. And I'm like, wait, what? Where did time go? So yeah, let's get into her statistics. They're actually with Rob right now, so the kids won't be here and I can show you guys how she looks at being 1, because the last time I updated she was like 8 months. But I'll put a little snippet of a clip on the end of this video. We don't have a doctor's appointment for 1 year. We do have a doctor's appointment for 14 months. So I kind of have to like step off and on the scale for her. And my best bet is that she's 17.5 pounds, which to me sounds very little. I remember Logan was like almost 28 pounds or something like that. Like he was a chunker. And yet it was still more than I expected her to weigh. Mostly because she is like skinny, fragile, tiny. Like not lengthwise. I don't know how long she's, but she is like a decent length. Like if you put a 12-month clothing item on her, it would lengthwise it would fit. It would just be really, really baggy. And but as for weight, I did not expect her to actually weigh this much, because in the last month or so she like gained like 3 pounds, which is a good thing. And you could definitely tell by her clothing, because since October, she was in 6 months clothing, and she was in 6 months clothing until like the end of February, and for a long time. And then it all of a sudden, like overnight, it just became snug on her. And I mean, it was already getting like short on her, but you know, I made it work, like boots and like long like socks and whatever. But yeah, it was definitely getting snug on her. So I put out the 9-month clothing, and as of this week, I'm kind of like, lengthwise, it was like I can make it work, but now it's getting like snug around her belly and around like her upper leg, like on her thighs and everything like that. So yeah, she's definitely finally like filling out, getting some rolls, which is nice. The girl eats like a champion, so I have no idea why she like stayed so tiny for so long, but I'm glad she's filling out a little bit. As for her schedule, she is basically on the same schedule as Logan is, except she still takes a nap, which is really good. I don't remember if Logan took 2 naps when he was a year old, but I have a feeling he still took 2 naps. Brooke does not take 2 naps. He still only takes 1, and she's been doing it for quite a while. And I don't know why, but I think it's because she sleeps a lot during the night. She basically wakes up around 8:30 to like 9-ish if we don't have to go anywhere. It's like a fluke. She wakes up before 8:30. And usually that's like the day after we had to like get up early to either go swimming or she had to go to daycare. Then usually she would wake up the next day around 8, but then, you know, she's just babbling, just letting her go. And then the next day she'll wake up at around 8:30, 9 o'clock again. And we just like have our breakfast, and she still gets a formula. We haven't completely made the transition to soy milk. I mean, she's had it a few times, but I don't think she's completely ready for it yet, because she did have some like blowouts after that. So it's like slowly transitioning her into that. See if she can handle that. Maybe like try some almond milk or whatever. And she like has like a slice of bread or like something else for breakfast. And then we have some playtime. We usually go out, like do some groceries, whatever. And then around 10:30 there's like juice, or you know, like and something to snack on, mostly like a rice cracker or whatever. And then around 12:30, 1 o'clock we have lunch. And it kind of just depends, like if we have like a late start, like waking up around 9, then we would probably have lunch around 1, and they go back, or Brooke goes to bed at 2. If they wake up around like 8, 8:15, 8:30, then we probably have like lunch at 12:30, and they go to bed at like 1:30, or Brooke goes to bed. So yeah, depending on how late we got out that morning, she goes to bed in the afternoon for 1 nap. And usually I let her sleep for around 2.5 hours, or at least I let her lay there. Like after 2.5 hours, I'll wake her up. And when I say wake her up, I just go into her room, because a lot of the times she's not sleeping anymore and she's just like staring at the ceiling. It's the weirdest thing. This girl just loves her quiet time. Like in the beginning that would happen in the mornings too, where I was like, okay, it's like 8:45. Let's see, what are you doing? And then I would go into her room. She'd be like just laying here in the bed, just like being. But lately that's not been happening. It's been happening after her nap or during her nap. And it's just the weirdest thing. She just like lays there, like completely still, and she just like lays there. And she's not sleeping, because as soon as she sees you, she's like, hey. But before then she's just like, Okay. After her nap, we kind of have like fruit, more to drink, and then we go for a walk if it's nice weather. If it's not nice weather, I'll probably do like an indoor activity with the kids, but usually we'll go outside and have a walk and just, you know, maybe pick up some groceries we still are missing, or just go to like the playground or whatever. Just get some last energy out of us. And then when we're back, we'll have like dinner, and after dinner we'll have dessert, and then we have bath, and then they go to bed around 7:30-ish at the latest. So she does get like 13 hours of sleep overnight, so I'm not really too upset with the fact that she only takes like one more nap. So yeah, that's her schedule. As for the food she eats, she like everything. Like she eats really like big amounts. She eats more than my toddler does. Like she practically eats as much as I do. She probably eats like 2 slices of bread, like with something on it in the morning. And she has like a full cup of fruit, or like a whole rice cracker or whatever. And in the afternoon she eats 2 more sandwiches. And then she has like a banana or whatever for like their afternoon snack. And then she eats like a full, like an actual full plate of food. Like she'll eat a lot and then plus dessert. Like I don't know how that girl stayed so skinny and tiny for as long as she did, but she eats a lot of food. And I'm amazed by it because she looks so skinny compared to Logan. Yeah, Logan only would eat like 1 bite of food every single evening, like for dinner. And she like carves down her entire plate. Like if I'm not careful, she will eat the plate with it. As for her favorite activities, she loves to just explore. Like she's one of those very independent babies that you can put down and she'll play. And you don't have to do anything. Like I'm pretty sure she's bugged whenever I go sit on the floor, and Logan is one of those kids like, come on, come play with me. And he like lay out a bunch of toys and he like watches you play and he does it with you. She's not one of those kids. She like sits there and then she finds something, like she like scoops, crawls, like, I don't know, she kind of like belly crawls, where she like scoops her belly over the floor. And she'll find something like, I don't know, a puzzle piece. And she'll sit herself up and she'll just look at it for half an hour to an hour. Like if I will not give her something else or take this away from her, or Logan wouldn't take this away from her, which does happen a lot, she would just sit there and play with that one piece. Like she would like look at it and like feel it and like try to like see what does it. Like, she is very exploring like that. So yeah, that's probably her favorite activity, just like finding out how things feel and work and what you can do with them. She's not really into a specific toy. Not really. She just picks up whatever she finds. As for her milestone, she is crawling in a very not using her legs way. She's like really like army crawling, when she pushes up her arms and lifts herself up and then like pushes herself forward. I have seen her use her knees a few times, but more like just like get up and then like sit on her booty rather than actually using it to crawl. She can sit herself up, obviously. She does this thing where when she's sitting up and she's trying to crawl, she just basically like makes a split where she like basically like puts her legs all the way to the side to rather like a straight line, and then she like flops herself forward, and that's how she gets into a crawling position, which is the most weirdest thing ever because that girl is like flexible. If you can do that, you're really flexible even for a baby. And she does know how to pull herself up on her knees, but she doesn't really use her feet. I've seen her do it once, but not really more than that. What else? She knows how to clap. She knows how to say hooray, which is really funny because she like, if you say hip hip, and then she goes, ooh, and it's really cute. She knows how to blow out candles because she practiced that. She goes, which is hilarious. She says die, which is the Dutch for that, or that one. And she points at that. She says mama, she says daddy. She says bear, which is her stuffed animal. She can say ja, which is a yes. And that's basically it. She doesn't really say anything else. That's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thumbs up if you did. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And stay tuned for a little snippet of Brooke. Bye. Say hippie peep. Hoera, yeah. Hippie. Papa.